Think back to your childhood. Was Berenstain Bears spelled like Berenstain Bears? Do toilets flush clockwise or unclockwise? Do people drive on the right side of the road or the left? These are all conundrums posed by the Mandela effect. And today's video topic, the Mandela effect, was suggested by one of your own, a top tier Patreon member. And if you want me to make a video about something you're interested in, just click on one of these Patreon links and send me a bunch of your money. Now, a little bit of background for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Mandela effect. It's something that I've studied years on. I've spent so much of my life researching this that I've become so familiar with it. I refer to it on a first name basis, and I will be thusly calling it the Nelson effect. Because Mandela is, of course, referring to Nelson, and effect is, of course, the word that comes after Mandela. Therefore, as priorly stated, so for those of you who don't know, Nelson Mandela, pictured here in his lesser known, younger form, was probably most famous for being a South African man who helped in the 1995 Rugby World Cup. He used illegal and corrupt tactics of motivation and encouragement to help the South African rugby team win that World Cup, and thusly defeating racism, and he helped Matt Damon and the boys get their cup. However, South Africa was a major underdog in that tournament, and it upset a lot of global elites, one percenters, if you will, who had placed a lot of money on the better rugby cup countries winning the World Cup, and thusly they lost a lot of money due to the Mandela effect. And so these Illuminati members decided to assassinate Nelson Mandela. However, there has been some speculation about whether or not Matt Damon, pictured here, was actually the one behind the killing of his president of South Africa, because Matt Damon was the captain of the rugby boys for the World Cup of South Africa, and he was also a rising star at the time. He was gaining a little bit of fame and recognition in Hollywood. He had just starred as Robin Williams' son in the first Good Will Hunting movie, Good Will Hunting's 1. And my personal hypothesis is that he was getting a little bit jealous of Nelson Mandela's fame and recognition that he was getting from the Rugby World Cup, and therefore that is why I believe that Matt Damon is responsible for the Nelson Mandela effect. And you can take that one to the bank. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions about where I'm getting my sources from, I Googled images of him. And if you have any further questions, post them in the comments below, and I'll try and get to every single one of them. Thank you so much for watching. You can help me out on Patreon if you want to fund further research like this and take the power away from the global elites and then give it to the global non-elites, the globalists. Give it to the globalists. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, and do forget to do bad things. Bye.